Hey guys, I'm Danger Gen Vex and welcome back to the Infinity build part 2. As you can see, I did some fiddling with the house and landscaping. Again, I just wanted to try out a few things, see if it worked, and I liked it so much in the end that I kept it. As you can see, I created this bit of a walkway in the front with the fountain. I put down the pillars where those big lights were on the walls because they really annoyed me, and I replaced the light that they generated with the 2 chandeliers hanging in the front. And then I put the pillars there because the walls looked so empty. So I put down pillars where those wall lights used to be. And then I really wanted to create something of a roof this time because I felt like everything that I've been doing up to this point had kind of flat roofing. So aside from where the skylights were, I put down these curved roofs, the double curved roof with a little bit of a, like a garden thing on top. And then at the fountain, if you look down there, that centerpiece is actually on the bottom raised to the top. So it's not standing on anything, it's in a pool. And then I created this little fountain that flowed down, and I liked it so much I decided to keep it. I did the main bedroom first, and I have to confess to you right now, I struggled. I really struggled with the interior of this build. Maybe it's because I went a lot more detailed than I usually go in my videos, but more the way that I usually go when I build houses for myself, which is incredibly detailed with a lot of decorations and finicky bits. I generally like to make the house look like it's actually lived in. I probably spend more time building the houses my Sims live in than actually playing in them. But I wasn't What's probably worse is I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted going into this build. It started out with this very classical white feel, and then I decided I really didn't like it, and I got rid of that statue, and I get rid of that pink flower as well. It took a while before anything actually started coming together. I had to rearrange some of the windows because I built the house first from the outside. So everything was about how it would look from the outside, but it made the inside a lot less functional, unfortunately. So there were some rearranging of windows, thankfully all on the back end of the house. So even though it looks slightly off kilter now, it doesn't make a major impact. Here you can just see me fiddling around with headboards. The thing for me is a lot of the beds, they don't generally come with headboards that I like. The headboards tend to look, I don't know, just horrible. I mean, they're okay sometimes, but most of the times I don't like them. So I use cabinets. I use various sized cabinets generally, or whatever else I can that works, to make a new headboard. And then when I do that, often I can't put end tables in anywhere. So you see I've got these shelves here, and I just put a couple of knickknacks and whatnot on the shelves so that, they're not usually the kind of things that you would keep under or next to your bed, but I just, want it lived in. And then I put the cabinets there, as pretend end tables, and I put the shelves there. And I arranged it so that it looks like the things on the shelves are actually on the cabinets so that they're like end tables. And I think it looked pretty nice. I wanted to put down more things, but, well, yeah, no. They're just, I figured I was already taking too much time. And even after all this, I still wasn't happy with how it was turning out. So you'll see in just a few seconds. In the end, I completely stopped with the decorating, the bits and pieces, and I thought, okay, let me sort out the floor and the walls, and the colors that I want to use. And once I'm happy with that, then I can resume decorating the room itself. So here I'm still fiddling around with cabinets and stuff, and nothing worked. I'm frustrated just looking at it. It took me over an hour just to decorate the bedroom. It took me nearly an hour to decorate each of the rooms for that matter. But yeah, you can see I'm just not happy. Finally, I got this dark wood that I really liked on the walls, and then this bit of red. And then instead of trying to find a carpet that I actually like, I built one. I found that carpet, well, that red under carpets, and I used that tile, and I created my own little carpet. And I used an enlarged curtain over the doors. It still works. Don't worry, everything is tested and it works and it's fine. So now knowing, kind of more what I wanted with the wood, you see there's a different wood on the floor and a different wood on the walls. And I ended up liking that wooden panel so much that I'm going to use it in most of the interior of the house. So you have a much darker, much richer wood for the interior as opposed to the very pale kind of wood on the outside. So you can just see me, adding in bits, putting in proper lights as opposed to the ones that I usually just use to make everything brighter. I need a sip of water. Also, excuse me if I sound a bit funny. Aside from the fact that I seem to when I, do the voice recordings for these videos, I often feel like I'm just so yawny. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night. Bad me. And I'm feeling a little nasally. Hopefully that won't last much longer. But, okay. Going back to the house, I'm busy decorating, plopping down bits and pieces of things. I wanted to try and have this little seating at the door, just a little relaxation nook. But if I remember correctly, no matter what I did, I just couldn't find a way to make the chair or the couch or whatever look like something that I liked. And I couldn't get a proper table in there, and it just looked a little cramped, and no. In the end, it just didn't look right for me, so I think I got rid of the couch and the side table, and I put in like a center table and a couple of knickknacks and a little bit more decoration, and that was it for the main bedroom. But yeah, the main bedroom ended up with these browns and then the whites, or creams, whites, browns, and reds. So I will say that for anybody who cares about feng shui, if this is the house of a person who cares about feng shui, or if you have a sim that cares in your mind about feng shui, don't get them this bedroom because I violated several rules. I mean, there's a mirror in front of the bed. Never have a mirror face where you're sleeping. You don't want to be able to see a mirror from there where you sleep. That's bad. And I used red in a bedroom. And red is not a relaxation color. I should have used blue or green or something like that. Not red. But I did anyway. So if your sim cares about auras and feng shui and any of that kind of thing, then that's not the bedroom for them. When it came to the kids' bedroom, I wanted it to be kind of gender neutral at first, and I went through several iterations of this room before I decided on something to do. And instead of going for gender neutral, I decided to just kind of build a kind of bunk beds type thing and have a boy's bed and a girl's bed, and both beds have been tested. They actually work. Even with the bed up there, it actually does work. So they do both work. They can sit on it, they can sleep on it. Excuse me again. You see what I mean? This is horrible. I think I'm infecting myself with yawns. What I didn't notice while I was building this. You can see I used shelves for, to look like little stairs, and I used some of those wooden things as frames, so it all turned out quite nice, actually. Turned out very, very well. But I built this entire thing, the second bed, I built it too high. It was too close to the roof. Now, when I tried to raise the level of the walls, I thought maybe I could make them medium walls instead of the normal sized walls. I yawned again, excuse me. Instead of making them the normal sized walls, but it didn't work out quite right, and the windows didn't look right, and the fountains and the waterfalls all just looked wrong. So you'll see a little bit later, I took down a step and I just lowered everything a little bit more so that it actually looked right. But I forgot you can't raise carpet for a second. But everything did, work out properly. It's all usable, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It actually looked really pretty in the end. Pretty and functional. I'm so proud. Oh, my nose. It's going to be the death of me. You can just see me doing more bloody decorating. I put down toys, and it's going to be... This is the room of two very spoiled children. It's here when I'm putting in the lights that I realized I made a boo-boo. So I put in this night light for the boy, and then I want to put in a light for the girl. And I thought, okay, let me put in a roof light and see what happens. And when I did that, when I moved the roof light over the bed, I realized that it was incredibly close to the bed, and I couldn't believe that I hadn't realized until that point. So here is me lowering everything down back to a more manageable level, so that all the bits and pieces that I painstakingly arranged. Annoying. But yeah, so this is going to end up being a very nice boy and girls room, at least in my opinion. It's a very nice boys and girls room. But the boy sleeps on the bottom, of course, and the girl gets the top, because the princess is up in the tower and the prince is down below. And I'm calling them both prince and princess because, they're both. The boy is a prince and the girl's a princess. And if you end up having two girls, just have the tomboy sleep down below. That would be a major contradiction. The tomboy should have... You know what? Just colour the beds however you need them. If you have two boys, two girls, just do... You can recolor everything. The colours are not set in stone. It's all wood, okay? Just paint over it. I really have to do something about my nose. Oh, my nose is killing me. You can see I'm just creating a bit of a study area for both of them. Obviously, the reason I think I struggled so much with the kids' room is because, as you might have noticed, I don't really build kids' rooms because I don't often play with children. I find that I either spend too little time with the kids. The only time I spend on them is say, okay, do your homework, go to school, do what you need to do, just take care of your needs and fuck off. And I go back to playing with my adults or whatever. Or I give them too much attention and I spend nearly all my time on them and none on their parents, on the adults. So I actually suck at multitasking, which is going to make, when I start doing, playthroughs where you're going to see me playing, parents and kids and legacies and the whole thing, it's going to make those very interesting. I am going to suck royally, and you can all point your fingers at me and laugh and go, ha 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 ha. Just remember, when you do that I did tell you that I suck at doing that. So just putting in some posters, a couple of toys. I really wanted to be a nice lived-in kids' room. I went way overboard, I think. Posters and everything. But that was that. Then I moved on to the landing. The reason you can see me just enter in the codes again, the codes that I'm entering are to unlock, what do you call them? It's testing cheats enabled. And then there's a code to unlock all the reward items so that I can use them. And then I also used a code to unlock the hidden objects, the stuff that you don't generally get in build or buy mode. But I've built the main bedroom and I recorded it and I stopped. And the next day I recorded the children's bedroom and I wanted to record the bathrooms as well. And I should tell you right now, I wanted to do the whole second floor for this video, but because the 2 bedrooms took so long, and because I don't know, I tried to do the bathroom several times and I just kept on deleting everything in the bathrooms because I don't know if it's that I just don't have or didn't have the inspiration for the bathrooms, or if it's the shapes of the bathrooms, but I just couldn't find a design that I was happy with. And I thought, okay, I'll just think about it for a little longer and then I'll record it and just include it in the video. And that happened on Saturday, and it happened on Sunday, and it happened again on Monday. And I was like, okay, I really need to finish this build, so let me just build, everything else on the second floor, and I'll do the bottom floor, and I'll get to the bathrooms, when I get to them. Then I'll do the bathrooms. I know that, I am capable of doing some very nice bathrooms, but all of my best bathrooms, in my opinion, I've done with mods, and I promised myself in none of my builds would I use mods. So yeah, unfortunately that is the situation. I'm just playing around here. You see, this is some of the hidden objects that or what I'm playing with there. Those are ambient lights, so it's lights without using lights. I decided not to put any down, but it is interesting to note that they are there. But I had this slightly, kind of like it's a door and the 2 windows, this little blue landing with the bookcase. So you have this private, it's not exactly private, but it's private enough, little seating area for the family with their books, and it's in between the 2 bedrooms. And then you've got the kids' bathroom up there. Well, it's not really a kids' bathroom. It's just a second bathroom. And it's, not necessarily there yet. I don't know why. They're just a complete bane of my existence. I don't know why I struggle so much with bathrooms. Maybe it's because I'm very set, usually, especially in the main bathroom, to have a his and hers. That you've got, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'd like that in my house one day. Even if there isn't a him, I would like a his and hers. There might be a him. There might not be. I don't know. Whatever. It's not like, I'm dating or whatever. Or, related. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, getting off track. So I'm just putting in, there you can see all the extra fiddly bits, the hidden objects, the collectibles, stuff that you like. Those are pictures you get through the microscope or through the telescope, or collectibles that you find out that you have to go hunting for, etc, 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 etc. I don't think I do much more for the landing. I think this is it. Kept it very, very simple. Then I moved on to the little private balcony, by the main bedroom. And I immediately decided, you see, I'm entering all the codes again, because I started doing that on another separate day. I started out by trying out a couple of carpets, didn't find any that I like, and then I thought, okay, before I put down carpets and decorations and all that, just fix the wood, fix the floor. If you're happy with the floor, I actually did put down a couple of things first. I put down the stuffies, and then I fixed the floor, and then I fixed the decorations, and then everything turned out quite lovely. I didn't want a lot of stuff up here. I just want the couple to be able to come and sit outside with their little waterfall, enjoy their little waterfall with the lights, maybe have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, in the morning. And a little drink at night, a little nightcap. I think I put down, that little, the what do you call it? The spa day. That little drink smack from spa day. Yes, I put that down. So they can have a bit of a nightcap while they're sitting outside, listening to the waterfall, looking over their beautiful garden, which is actually, even with all the adjustments that you saw me make, at the start of the video that I just walked you through, the landscaping still isn't done. Go figure. I am just too bloody finicky with this house. I found that this little, it's like a heater, a light and a heater. So, when you sit outside, it probably creates some form of ambience with the warmth or whatever. I'm not sure, but I really liked it. So I thought, okay, let me put that upstairs. This is technically kind of like the family balcony, I guess you can say, because it's on the second floor. At the bottom, I'm going to have, the barbecue and the swim area and all of that. But I wanted this, again, to just be a nice, relaxing, chill area for whoever lives in the house. Of course, you could take guests up there if you like, if you feel you have to. If you feel you have to. It's not, like only certain people allowed. But I kind of imagine it to be more like a little place for the family to hang out. I also wanted, I wasn't sure what to do with the other corner because you don't need that much sitting area. And then I thought, okay, well, just make it a nice little, yoga and meditation corner for whoever lives here. Oddly enough, as I said, this probably wouldn't be for a sim interested in feng shui. And yet, it's has a perfect little corner for a wellness orientated sim. Go figure. Oh, what a house of contradictions this is indeed. But I think, I kept it very simple. I did struggle a bit with the windows. I wanted a way to cover them. But the only way I could use the blinds were those specific blinds, where if I used 3 of them and then they flickered and I hated it, so I used different blinds, but with a curtain. Just a nice curtain underneath them on the one side. So you could either close the curtain, or you could close the blinds, or you could close both, whatever tickled your fancy. So here you have the little landing. You can see that has quite a nice view over the front, and then there you go, there's the little private sitting area, which I'm quite happy with, and it turned out very, very lovely. This is the main bedroom. There you can see, like I said, mirror right in front of the bed. Bad feng shui, but it turned out quite pretty, I think. There's just another view with the big curtain. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. And there's a little private balcony. You can see the waterfall flowing. Very, very nice. The kids' room with the posters and all the toys and decorations and finicky bits. There are the bunk beds. I will give you a bit of a better view of the bunk beds in just a second. But the boy and the girl's beds with the little kids' bookcase and kids' drawers. There you go. Just a bit of a higher view. So you can see that that's actually pool lanes, by the way, under the bed of the girl. Pool lanes. And there is the wellness corner and second balcony. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like down below, and you'll see the rest of the build in the next part. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Take